Loper Baseball is on the air. It's time for this afternoon's game. You're listening to the Loper Baseball Radio Network pregame show, brought to you by Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, where the grill and the game are always on. Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Welcome to Falley Field here in Topeka, Kansas. Colton Wiersbicki here with you, and you're listening to the Jersey Sports Bar and Grill pregame show. Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, where the grill and the game are always on, located in North 2nd Avenue in Kearney. The Lopers took game one on Friday as the Bats came alive. The final score of that one was 11-2, and then yesterday the Lopers started on fire once again as they got to a 2-0 lead, and then it ended up being a 3-0 lead before Washburn scored 7 runs in the bottom of the 6th to take game 2 by a final of 7-3. Today here in Topeka, it is going to be the winner-take-all matchup between the Ichabods and the Lopers. As it's going to be Trey Ertmer on the mound for UNK. He's going to come in and he's going to make his 5th start of the season and hopefully lead the Lopers to their first series win in the MIAA here in 2017. The Lopers come in at 9-20 on the season. They are 2-14 in the MIAA, and they're taking on Washburn, who's 18-12 and 10-9 in the MIAA. And so that's kind of the comparison of teams here today in the winner-take-all Game 3 rubber match in Topeka, Kansas, as we have just wrapped up the plate meeting, and we're going to take a break for the national anthem. You're listening to the Jersey Sports Bar and Grill pregame show on your home for the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
The University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. We're the ones who turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We're innovative. It's not enough to just complete a job. We strive to do it better. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Seeing is believing. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today.
That was the Loper Baseball Radio Network pregame show, brought to you by Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, where the grill and the game are always on. Stay tuned. Starting lineups are just ahead on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
Discover new opportunities at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Opportunities that lead to new connections and new passions. At UNK, you won't just go to class. You won't just meet people. You won't just get involved. Here, there's so much more. You'll get an experience that will impact who you are and what you will become. Around here, people know your name. It's up to you what it will be. At the University
As Jacob Richardson steps in, Josh Rodriguez delivers, and the first pitch of the ball game is going to be upstairs. 1-0 the count. First pitch time 1:59 on a cloudy, rainy day here in Topeka. Rodriguez, the windup, and the 0-1. That one going to be fouled away down the third base side. 1-1 the count here to Richardson. Richardson hitting .338 on the season. 6 doubles, 1 home run, 7 RBIs for the kid from Goddard, Kansas. As the 1-1's going to be outside. 2-1 the count. Richardson on a 12-game hit streak. As Ramirez kicks and deals the 2-1. That one upstairs. And it's 3-1 now to the Loper right fielder. And wasting no time back into the box is Rodriguez back up onto the rubber. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4. Richardson's going to take first base, and UNK has a leadoff base runner to begin the ball game. That's going to bring up Pete Catentious. Catentious comes in hitting .228. 7 doubles, 3 homers, 15 RBIs. Slugging percentage of .402. As the Loper left fielder steps in, Ramirez is going to work from the stretch for the first time today as he picks over back safely is Richardson. Richardson at first, 2 for 4 on stolen base attempts this season. Catentious awaiting the first pitch. Here it comes. It's going to be upstairs. 1-0 the count. And now time called as Landon Hay going to head out to speak with his pitcher, Josh Ramirez. And while he does that, let's give you the umpires for today as assigned by the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association. Behind the plate is Sasha Sanguinetti. Our third base umpire is Sean Johnston. And at first base, the crew chief, Ralph Wilcott. As Ramirez is set, checks on Richardson, the 1-0. That one across the letters for a strike. And the count even a 1-1. Catentious back in as Ramirez picks over back safely is Richardson. Catentious, a sophomore out of Longmont, Colorado. As Richardson slides in to first safely on another Ramirez pick. Ramirez favoring that first base side of the rubber as he comes set. The 1-1 to Catentious is going to be chopped foul. And the count 1-2 now to the left fielder, Pete Catentious. Nobody out, 1-2 count, runner at first. Top of the first inning, no score here in Topeka. Ramirez going to pick over again. Richardson safe. Healthy lead at first from Richardson. Ramirez sent it the letters, the 1-2. Catentious fouls this one off. So we'll reset here at 1-2. Catentious 2 RBI doubles on Friday and an infield hit yesterday. As Ramirez steps off, now back up onto the rubber. Catentious steps back into the box. At the belt, checks on Richardson, the 1-2. Catentious going to line this one to center. Darian Abram on the move to his left, and he's going to make the grab in the gap for out number 1. Nice poke there from Catentious. Abram had a beat on it. And there's one down now here in the top of the first, bringing up Dallas Schramm. Schramm hitting .363 for UNK. That leads the team. Also leads the team in home runs with 5. Also leads them in RBIs with 30. As the first pitch to Schramm's going to be low and outside in the dirt. Landon Hay has to throw down as Richardson took off. And the throw was way offline. As Richardson stands up at second. And now a 1-0 count and one down with the runner at second base for Dallas Schramm. Schramm, a junior out of Omaha, Nebraska. Played at Millard North High School. Ramirez checks on Richardson once, now twice. The 1-0 to Schramm. Schramm swings through that one. And the count even at 1-1. Just underway here in Topeka. In a rubber match between the Ichabods and the Lopers. Ramirez checks on Richardson. Schramm swings and misses. Pitch low and away. 1-2 the count now. Schramm looking to battle here with an opportunity to get the Lopers on the board here in the first. Ramirez, the 1-2. Schramm going to chop this one on the ground. Riley Crane, it short has it. The throw to Nickel at first in time for out number 2. So 2 down now. It'll be Billy Hayes, the designated hitter, to step in with Richardson standing at second. Hayes comes in. He's hitting .333 for UNK, making his 19th start of the season. 3 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. First pitch to Hayes. Going to be blown in as it gets away from Landon Hay and rolls to the backstop. Richardson advances up 90 feet. And now Billy Hayes looking to execute with a runner at third. As Landon Hay heads out to speak with the pitcher, Josh Ramirez. Meeting breaks is Hay back behind the dish. Hayes steps in. Ramirez has his sign. Comes set. The 1-0 to Hayes. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count here. Ramirez back up on the bump, the 1-1. Hayes going to chop this one. It's going to be foul, though, down the third base side. The count 1-2. First baseman Ricky Trammell stands on deck if we get there. Ramirez, the 1-2 to Hayes. This one chopped on the ground. It's foul. Down third. As Tweehouse backhanded it in foul territory. And the count will hold tight at 1-2. The kick in the deal from Ramirez. This one chopped to the ground at first. Nickel hustles over. He's got it. The flip to Ramirez at first in time. Round number 3. UNK strands a runner at third. Here in the top of the first, we head to the bottom half. No score in Topeka. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
You're listening to the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
The University of Nebraska at Kearney is ready to make a difference for you. Here, you'll get a quality education and graduate on time with less debt. You'll also have an unforgettable college experience. Join a club, become a leader, make a real difference for yourself and others. Choosing the right college is a big decision. Trust your future with people who care about your success. choose the University of Nebraska at Kearney because we are difference makers.
Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Welcome back. UNK Baseball here on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. As UNK strands a runner at third to start the ball game. And now getting ready to step in is Darian Abram, and he's going to face the starting pitcher for UNK, right-hander from Elizabeth, Illinois, number 35, Trey Ertmer. Ertmer comes in with a 7.61 ERA. He's 1-4, making his fifth start here today. He's pitched 23 2/3 innings, giving up 27 hits, 20 earned runs. He's walked 13 and struck out 23. As the first pitch he deals is a ball. 1-0 the count here to Abram. Back in the pitch. That one low. 2-0 the count here to the Ichabods center fielder, Darian Abram. Abram hitting .278 for Washburn this season. Ertmer, the 2-0. Abram going to watch that one outside. 3-0 the count now. Abram back in. Ertmer. The 3-0 is going to catch the outside corner for a strike. 3-1 the count now. Abram this season, 19 walks. As the 3-1 from Ertmer is going to be popped foul. So the count now full 3-2. As Ertmer's battled back here in his first batter of the ball game. Deep breath from Ertmer as he begins his windup. The 3-2. Ball 4, it's outside. Abram going to take first. And a leadoff base runner for the Ichabods, bringing up Riley Crane. Crane hitting .333 on the season. 2 doubles, 5 triples, 10 home runs, 41 RBIs. Slugging percentage of .667. As Ertmer going to work from the stretch for the first time today. The first pitch to Crane going to be outside, 1-0. Trey Ertmer having trouble finding the zone here in the bottom of the first. As he comes set, deep breath, a pitch to Crane. Outside corner for a strike. Count even at 1-1. Darian Abram at first. 8 for 10 on stolen base attempts this season. As Crane's back in, Ertmer going to pick over. Abram slides in safely. One count to Crane. Ertmer deals the 1-1. That one gonna miss. 2-1 they count here to the Ichabod shortstop, Riley Crane. Ertmer sent the 2-1. This one fouled away into the backstop. And we're back to even now at 2-2. Riley Crane, a senior out of Evergreen, Colorado. The 2-2 pitch. Abram on the move. This one lofted high and deep to right as Richardson's going to watch it over the wall. 2-run shot for Riley Crane here in the bottom of the first, and the Ichabods take an early 2-0 lead. Abram was on the move from first, but he'll jog into home. And that's Crane's 11th. And Ertmer going to get a chance to start fresh here. Nobody on, nobody out. To face the 3-hole hitter, designated hitter, Tanner Triggs. First pitch to Triggs going to be upstairs. 1-0 the count. Triggs into the left-handed batter's box. Pitch from the righty. Ertmer is going to be slapped foul down the left field side. 1-1 the count. Tanner Triggs getting .353 on the season for the Ichabods. As the 1-1 going to be slapped up the middle, a base hit. As it slices into left center, Edmond has trouble with it as Triggs going to slide in safely at second. A double for the designated hitter. Is now there's nobody out, and runner at second for Dylan Lontine. Lontine, a righty, getting .256 on the season. Ertmer sent at the letters. First pitch to Lontine, chopped to the ground to short. Rudolph has it. Throw to first in time for out number one, but meanwhile, Triggs going to advance to third. One down, runner at third for Bo Beheimer. And we've already got action out in the Loper bullpen. It's Peyton Pocock, the Kearney native, up and working. As the first pitch to Beheimer, he shows bunt. It's going to catch the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Beheimer in. Ertmer, the 0-1. Beheimer bunts this one. It's fair as the throw to first in time. It caught Beheimer off the guard as it was inside. And now two down with Brett Nickel coming to the dish.
First baseman number 48, Brett Nickel.
Nickel in the left-handed batter's box. He's hitting .292. First pitch from Ertmer, going to be up and away as it hits off the glove of Schramm. Coming across to score is Triggs, and the score now 3-0. Washburn leads in the bottom of the first. Nickel in. The 1-0 from Ertmer, fouled away. They count even at 1-1. Bottom of the first inning, Washburn up 3-0. Two-run shot by Riley Crane. That was his 11th of the season. Then Tanner Triggs doubled right after him and came across to score on a wild pitch there from Trey Ertmer. And the 1-1's in there for a strike to Nickel. So Ertmer ahead in the count here. Deep breath, the windup, and the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. But the Ichabods do get 3 runs here in the first as we head to the second. UNK down 3-0. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
Like us, follow us, and listen to us Loper fans, you can follow your UNK baseball team all season long via your favorite social media platform. Like us on Facebook at Upper Deck Club. Find us on Instagram at UNK Baseball. On Twitter, you can follow the team at UNK Baseball, and you can follow Coach Day himself at UNK Coach 47. And of course, you can listen to all the Loper baseball away games on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Just click the link found on lopers.com. And don't forget to stay connected throughout the entire year by subscribing to the UNK Baseball channel on YouTube. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wierzbicki.
We head to the second inning as the Lopers trail 3-0, and it's going to be Ricky Trammell sent to lead it off for UNK as the first pitch from Ramirez is inside for a ball, 1-0. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Lopers here in the second. As the 1-0 from Ramirez is going to be chopped right in front of the dish is Landon Hay. Circles around it to throw to Nickel at first in time for out number 1. One down now for Josh Estrada. Estrada getting .275 for UNK this season. As the junior from Houston, Texas, steps in for his first at-bat of the day. First pitch from Ramirez is swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. That one got a miss. 1-1 the count here to Estrada. We've got some news for you regarding Tuesday's midweek game against Northwest. We'll give that to you here in a moment. As the 1-1 in there for a strike. Estrada checked his swing, but our home plate umpire, Sasha Sanguinetti, says it's a strike anyway. And the Loper third baseman in a hole here, 1-2. Pitch from Ramirez. This one's going to be lofted up to right, but it's going to hook foul out of play. Tuesday's midweek game against Northwest Missouri State, originally scheduled in Maryville for a 2 p.m. start, has now been switched to Kearney on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. The weather looks much better in central Nebraska as Estrada swings and misses on that one. Strike 3. 2 up, 2 down for UNK here in the second. Now it's going to bring up Easton Edmond. So UNK going to get an extra home deal, or home game out of the deal. As the Bearcats in Northwest will come back to historic Memorial Field for a 4 o'clock start on Tuesday. As Edmond first pitch swinging, lofts this one high to left. Lontine underneath it makes the grab for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Lopers here in the second. As we head to the bottom half, Ichabods up 3-0. You're listening to UNK Baseball on KGF, or correction, on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
This Loper Baseball Radio Network broadcast brought to you by the 2017 Upper Deck Club corporate sponsors, including 5 Points Bank, Aflac, Bruce Furniture, Bruner Frank LLC, the Buffalo County Fairgrounds, Coca-Cola, Culligan Water, and Eagle Dental.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. We're the ones who turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We're innovative. It's not enough to just complete a job. We strive to do it better. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Seeing is believing. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today.
Welcome back. You're listening to UNK Baseball here in the Loper Baseball Radio Network. As UNK trails 3-0. We head to the bottom of the second. First pitch from Ertmer to Casey Clark is fouled away. 0-1 the count. Casey Clark comes in hitting .243 for the Ichabods, making his 23rd start of the season today. As the 0-1 inside, 1-1 the count now. Ertmer's only given up 2 hits, but they've been 2 big ones. As Clark swings through that one, and the count 1-2. 2-run homer to Riley Crane, and then a double right after that by Tanner Triggs. Back in the first, Triggs came around to score on a wild pitch. As Clark fouls this one away. Count will hold tight at 1-2. Casey Clark, 5'11" senior from St. Mary's, Kansas. A 1-2. That one just missed. Count even at 2-2 now to Clark. Leg kick and the pitch. That one upstairs. Count full now, 3-2. Ertmer started the first with a full count and has now started the second with a full count. As he kicks and deals the 3-2. That one inside, it hit him. Clark will take first. And the leadoff base runner for the Ichabods here in the second, bringing up Logan Tweehouse.
Third baseman number 12, Logan Tweehouse.
Tweehouse, a redshirt freshman from Columbia, Missouri, hitting a .154. First pitch to him, chopped to the ground to Estrada. 5-4-3 double play. Just what Ertmer needed. Because now they're 2 down with Landon Hay coming to the dish.
Batting now, the catcher number 8, Landon Hay.
Landon Hay hitting an even .500 for the Ichabods. As the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. We're back up. The 0-1 to Hay. Low and in. Count even at 1-1 now. Landon Hay, senior out of Vinland, Kansas. Here's the 1-1. That one low and away. 2-1 the count now to the Ichabod catcher. Hay came in yesterday, early in the ball game. Replaced the injured Zach Mackey. As the 2-1s upstairs, count 3-1 now. Hay stamps in. Ertmer. The 3-1. Right down the middle for a strike. Count full, 3-2 to the Ichabod catcher. A windup and the payoff pitch. Got to be upstairs. Ball 4. Hay will take first base. And it's going to bring up Darian Abram, the leadoff batter.
The center fielder number 2, Darian Abram.
Abram walked in the first and came around to score. on the Riley Crane 2-run homer. As Ertmer back to the stretch, the first pitch to Abram. In there for a strike, 0-1 the count. Ertmer, a senior on this Lopers squad, joined us after doing a stint at Ellsworth Community College in Iowa. As the 0-1 chopped up the middle, Rudolph has it. The short way to Solomon at second for out number 3. Ichabods held scoreless here in the second as we head to the third. Washburn up 3-0. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, it's the people who make the biggest difference. Here, students get the help and support they need to earn a quality education. Professors know your name and oftentimes help students find internships or even that first job after graduation. The campus is filled with people who care enough to make a difference in your life. It's also filled with opportunities to make a difference for others. Here, you can explore the world around you with confidence, knowing you have people behind you every step of the way. At UNK, we're all difference makers. We turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Find out how you can make a difference at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today.
Welcome back. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Colton Wersbicky here with you. Yes, Lopers trail 3-0. It's going to be 8-9-1 due up for UNK, starting with Calvin Rudolph. Rudolph, a freshman out of Omaha. As the first pitch from Ramirez is in there for a strike, 0-1 the count. Rudolph hitting .255 for UNK, making his 15th start of the season. As the 0-1 is going to be lofted deep to left. It's down against the wall near the line. Rudolph takes the turn. He's going to pull up at second, and a leadoff double for UNK here in the third. Freshman turns and burns on a pitch from Ramirez. And down over the out with Solomon coming up. Hay from the stretch looks in, gets the sign. The pitch, that one fouled away. Ramirez back up on the rubber. Rudolph lead off a second. Ramirez has the sign, checks on Rudolph. The 0-1. This one going to be slapped to center. Abram hustling in. It's going to fall for a base hit, and it hits the low spot of the outfield. As Rudolph going to come across to score. Nothing Abram can do there. As it hit a bump and moved at the last second on him. That'll be an RBI for Solomon. And UNK showing a little bit of life here in the second. Is the score now 3-1. And back to the top of the order with Jacob Richardson. As the first pitch from Ramirez is in there for a strike, 0-1. Ramirez picks over Solomon safe. Solomon this season 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts. Richardson Fouls this one away. And the Loper leadoff batter in a hole here, 0-2. He walked to lead off the ball game. Was stranded at third. Here's the pitch as Richardson fouls this one away. And it hit a light right above the Washburn dugout. And now we know that it doesn't only happen at Memorial Field. As the count will remain at 0-2, and now time called as it looks like there's some pieces of glass on the field. Head coach Damon Day over there helping out. And here we go, back to live action, 0-2 count. Nobody out. Richardson in the box, pitch from Ramirez, low and away. 1-2 the count. Pick over, back safely. Here's Solomon. Ramirez sad checks on Solomon, the 1-2 to Richardson. Swung on and missed. Strike three. And now one down with the runner at first for Pete Katachis. Katachis flew out to center in his first at bat. As the sophomore from Longmont steps in. First pitch to Katachis from Ramirez, low and outside. 1-0 the count. Ramirez backs on Solomon, the 1-0, fouled away. Count even at 1-1. Pick over, safe is Solomon. A 1-1. Katachis fouls that one away.
They had him on yesterday.
1-2 count, one down. Runner at first for UNK. As they pick over, Solomon safe again. Katachis. 1-2. This one fouled away. And the count will hold tight at 1-2. Ramirez looking in, getting the sign from Hay. Checks on Solomon, the 1-2. Low. 2-2 the count here to Katachis. Ramirez, the 2-2. Contentious. Watch that one low as well. Count full now. 3-2 count, one down. Pick over as Solomon was leaning. He's back safe, though. Solomon on the move. Pitch high and away. Ball 4. Contentious will take first. And now 2 on and 1 down for Dallas Schramm. Schramm 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out to Kravitz short in his first at bat. Schramm in the box. The pitch. That one low. 1-0 the count. Ramirez delivers the 1-0 as it's popped up into foul territory. Brett Nickel going to make the grab for out number 2. So 2 down now for Billy Hayes with 2 on. Hayes stamps in. Ramirez checks on Solomon at second. The first pitch is Hayes late on that one. Slaps it foul to the first base side. 0-1 the count to the junior from Lamont, Illinois. Ramirez, the pitch is Hayes chops this one on the ground to throw to first in time for out number 3. But UNK does get a run here in the third, thanks to a Matt Solomon RBI single. We head to the bottom half. Ichabods lead 3-1. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
You're listening to the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
Discover new opportunities at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Opportunities that lead to new connections and new passions. At UNK, you won't just go to class. You won't just meet people. You won't just get involved. Here, there's so much more. You'll get an experience that will impact who you are and what you will become. Around here, people know your name. It's up to you what it will be. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. Find out how you can make a difference at unk.edu.
Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
2, 3, 4, 2-1 for the Ichabods here in the bottom of the third, starting with Riley Crane. As the first pitch from Ertmer to Crane misses low for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 to Crane, that one low as well. 2-0 the count here to the Washburn second baseman. Ertmer delivers the 2-0. That one chopped to the ground, right back to Ertmer on the mound as he flips it to Trammell at first for out number 1. So one down now. That's going to bring up Tanner Triggs. Triggs doubled in his last at bat. And as the left-handed hitter steps in, first pitch from Ertmer. Low for a ball, 1-0. Back in, pitch from Ertmer. This one chopped to the ground through the hole in the right. Base hit. So a one-out base runner here for the Ichabods. That's going to bring up Dylan Lontine. Lontine grounded out to short in his first at bat today. Ertmer comes set. First pitch to Lontine as Lontine shows bunt. Pitch misses. They count 1-0. Ertmer, deep breath as he picks over to back safely. He is Triggs. Triggs this season 1 for 2 on stolen base attempts. Deep breath from Ertmer, the 1-0. This one chopped foul down the third base side. And they count even at 1-1. Dylan Lontine, freshman out of Peoria, Illinois. Stamps in here, Ertmer, the 1-1. This one fouled away into the backstop. And Ertmer ahead in the count here, 1-2. Peyton Pocock still out in the bullpen for UNK. Not up and working, though. Ertmer picks over Triggs save. Deep breath from Ertmer, the pitch. That one in there for a strike. And Lontine will go down looking. 2 down with Bo Beheimer coming to the dish. Beheimer bunted back to Ertmer in his first at bat. As the first pitch to Beheimer from Ertmer, going to be outside, a little up. There's the counts 1-0. Ertmer back to work is the 1-0 is inside. 2-0 the count here to the Ichabod right fielder. Deep breath. Ertmer sent to the 2-0. This one lofted high and deep to left. Contentious hustling as it's going to clear the wall. 2-run shot for Beheimer with 2 down. Washburn's second home run of the ball game. Score now 5-1. Ichabods lead.
That's good for Bo Beheimer's first home run of the year. Bring up first baseman number 40, Brett Nickel.
Brett Nickel to step in now after Beheimer's first home run of the season. It's a 2-run shot. First pitch from Ertmer to Nickel, chopped to the ground. Solomon has it. The throw to first in time for out number 3, but the Ichabods do get 2 runs on the Beheimer 2-run homer. We head to the 4th. Washburn up 5-1. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. Stop and think about your future, 5 or even 10 years down the road. What are you doing? How are you living your life? If you're picturing yourself in a meaningful job and contributing to your community, UNK can help. We specialize in showing people how to make a difference every day. That's a powerful outlook on life. College awaits. Your application shouldn't. Apply today to UNK and get ahead on scholarships and housing for next year. Learn more at unk.edu.
This Loper Baseball Radio Network broadcast brought to you by the 2017 Upper Deck Club corporate sponsors, including Field Goal Agronomics, First National Bank, Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, Johnson Lawn and Landscape, Nebraska Star Beef, Nebraska Land Distributors, and Nebraska Land National Bank.
Welcome back, UNK Baseball here in the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Lopers trail 5-1. As we head to the fourth, it's going to be Ricky Trammell to lead it off. As the first pitch from Ramirez is going to be bunted foul by Trammell. And the count's 0-1. Trammell hitting .333 for UNK this season. As the 0-1 from Ramirez is going to miss. 1-1 the count here to the Loper first baseman. The 0-1 to Trammell. Inside corner for a strike. And they count 1-2. As Ramirez is taking some time to get his signal. Trammell calls time and steps out. Back in, pitch from Ramirez, strike 3. Trammell goes down looking. And now one down here at the top of the fourth, bringing up Josh Estrada.
Third baseman number 7, Josh Estrada.
Estrada struck out in his first at bat today. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch going to be fouled away. 0-1 the count. And the late kick and the 0-1 is Estrada going to foul that one away as well. And the count 0-2 here to the Loper third baseman. Ramirez, the 0-2 to Estrada. This one lofted up. It's going to get foul out of play down the first base side. So we'll hold tight here at 0-2. The late kick and the 0-2. That one upstairs outside. 1-2 now to Estrada. Here's the pitch. As Estrada hanging tough here, fouls that one away. The leg kick and the 1-2. Estrada going to watch that one outside. The count even at 2-2. The pitch from Ramirez, that one low. In the count now full, 3-2. With one down and nobody on here in the fourth. Late kick and the payoff pitch from Ramirez. Going to be fouled away by Estrada. So a reset. And 3-2. The 3-2 to Estrada. Fouls it away again. Long at bat here for Estrada. Making Ramirez work for it. As the 3-2 is going to be roped foul. And so a reset once again. He had 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Ramirez, that one blown away. Estrada checked his swing. They said he went around. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ramirez here in the fourth. That's going to bring up Easton Edmond.
Center fielder number 12, Easton Edmond.
It's in Chicago area.
Edmond steps in. He's 0 for 1 today. And first pitch, lofts this one deep to center. Darian Abram on his horse at the wall, and it's gone. Solo shot for Easton Edmond. As the Lopers get a run here with 2 down. That is Edmond's 3rd of the season. And now 2 down for Calvin Rudolph. First pitch to Rudolph. In there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. And we got a new pitcher coming in here for UNK. It is the right-hander, Trey Ertmer. Or correction, the right-hander, Peyton Pocock, who replaces Trey Ertmer. Pocock, a redshirt freshman out of Kearney, Nebraska, as the first pitch to Casey Clark is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Clark hit by a pitch in his first at bat. As the 0-1 in there for a strike. 0-2 the count now to the Ichabods second baseman. 5-2 Irish score here at Falley Field. It was a solo home run in the top of the fourth by Edmond with 2 down. As that pitch misses, and it's 1-2 now. Clark in the box, the pitch. That one, strike 3, got him looking. Peyton Pocock strikes out the first batter he sees to begin the fourth. And that's going to bring up Logan Tweehouse. Tweehouse grounded into a double play in his first at bat. And it was the first pitch in there for the strike. 0-1. Pitch from Pocock in there for a strike. 0-2 now to Tweehouse. Tweehouse back in, Pocock. The 0-2. This one off. The handle popped up as Solomon grabs it right behind second base for out number 2. Two up, 2 down for the Ichabods here in the fourth. That's going to bring up Landon Hay. Pocock. First pitch to Hay. Got a miss for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 from Pocock. That one in there for a strike. And the count even 1-1 here to the Ichabod catcher, Landon Hay. The pitch. This one popped up foul. And on the first base side, out of play. And Pocock ahead in the count here, 1-2. Set. The 1-2 to Hay. Swing and a miss. As Schramm dropped it. A little housekeeping to first in time for out number 3. 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the fourth for Peyton Pocock. Holds the Ichabods scoreless as we head to the fifth. Washburn up 5-2. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
The University of Nebraska at Kearney is ready to make a difference for you. Here, you'll get a quality education and graduate on time with less debt. You'll also have an unforgettable college experience. Join a club, become a leader, make a real difference for yourself and others. Choosing the right college is a big decision. Trust your future with people who care about your success. Choose the University of Nebraska at Kearney because we are difference makers.
Loper fans, be sure to follow your UNK baseball team wherever they play from wherever you are. Most home games are broadcast on 1340 AM KGFW, and all games, both home and away, are broadcast online via the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Just follow the link found on lopers.com to listen via radio stream or YouTube so you don't miss a minute of your Lopers in action all season long.
Welcome back. UNK Baseball here in the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Washburn held scoreless In the bottom of the fourth as we move on to the fifth. It's going to be 9-1-2 due on for UNK, starting with Matt Solomon. First pitch from Ramirez to Solomon, going to be poked to right is Bo Beheimer on his horse to his left, makes the grab for out number one. First pitch swinging there for Solomon. Results in an out to start off the fifth. And we head back to the top of the order with Jacob Richardson. Richardson came into today with a 12-game hit streak. As the first pitch from Ramirez is in there for a strike, the count 0-1. Richardson back in. Ramirez, the 0-1. Richardson slaps this one on the ground. Into right for a base hit. Yet he'll continue his hit streak. It's now at 13 games. As the Loper right fielder been on a tear here these past few weeks. And that's going to bring up Pete Katenches. Katenches 0 for 1 with a walk today. Ramirez from the stretch. First pitch to Katenches off the handle into shallow right as Casey Clark dives, can't get to it. It'll count as a hit, but not a very hard hit for Katenches. Is now there are 2 on and 1 down for Dallas Schramm.
The catcher number 23, Dallas Schramm.
Schramm 0 for 2 today. Last time he came up to the dish in this situation, he popped out in foul territory to Brett Nickel. That was in the third. Now Schramm's got the power to tie this up with one swing, as he leads the Lopers in home runs with 5. And he won't do it here as he hits it off the handle, popped up to Nickel at first for out number 2. 2 down and 2 on for Billy Hayes. And it looks like we're actually going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be the senior from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, number 32, Kirk McLeod.
Pinch hit for the Lopers, number 32, Kirk McLeod.
McLeod comes in. He's hitting .269 for UNK. This is only his 10th appearance on the season. Has 1 double, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. As Ramirez, first pitch going to be outside, 1-0. Ramirez looking to get out of this one, as he's got 2 outs and 2 on. McLeod into the left-handed batter's box. Pitch from Ramirez. That one in there for a strike, and the count even at 1-1. McLeod, normally a catcher, getting a pinch hit opportunity. He's going to replace Hayes in the DH spot. His end pitch from Ramirez misses for a ball. 2-1 the count. Late kick the 2-1 as McLeod lofts this one up to left. Lontine back a few. He's got to camp under it and make the grab for out number 3. UNK held scoreless here in the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom half. Washburn leads 5-2. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
Baseball Radio Network broadcast brought to you by the 2017 Upper Deck Club corporate sponsors, including Marcotte Insurance, Midway Chevrolet, Runza, Samson Construction, TM Sporting Goods, U.S. Bank, Vintage Title and Escrow Company, and Eunice Hospitality.
There's something to be said about those quality Nebraska values. Waving at a neighbor, working hard each day, helping someone in need. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, those qualities lead to an incredible college experience. The campus is filled with people who care enough to make a difference in the lives of students. They also show you how to make a difference for others and positively impact the world around you. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, that's called being a difference maker. Find out how you can make a difference at unk.edu.
On 2-3, set to lead off the bottom of the fifth for Washburn, starting with Darian Abram. And they're going to face Peyton Pocock. Pocock set the Ichabods down in order in the fourth. That was his first inning of work. As the first pitch to Abram going to be fouled away. Count 0-1. Pocock had 2 strikeouts in the fourth. That puts him at 5 on the season. As the 0-1 to Abram misses and the count even at 1-1. Abram back in. 1-1. This one chopped to the ground, foul to first. Abram back in. The 1-2. This one lofted foul. And the count will hold tight at 1-2 here to the Ichabod center fielder, Darian Abram. Abram walked in the first and grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. One, two. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pocock's third strikeout of the ball game. That's going to bring up Riley Crane. Crane homered back in the first. It was a 2-run shot that got the Ichabods going. And then grounded out back to the pitcher in the third. First pitch from Pocock to Crane. He's going to be lofted to left. Katetches hustling over, and he slides, but it's foul. As Katetches couldn't get to it, Crane's going to have to come back to the dish. And we'll reset at 0-1. The late kick and the 0-1. Swing and a miss by Crane. He was way out in front of that one. So the count 0-2 here to the Ichabod shortstop. Pocock gets his sign from Schramm. The 0-2 to Crane. This one chopped to the ground to first. Trammell backpedals. He's got it. The throw to Pocock covering in time for out number 2. 1-3 put out for those of you keeping score at home. And it's going to bring up Tanner Triggs, the designated hitter, with 2 down and nobody on. Triggs 2 for 2 today with 2 runs scored. Doubled in the first, singled in the third. First pitch from Pocock going to be low. 1-0 the count. Back in is Triggs, the pitch from Pocock. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Count even at 1-1. Late kick and the pitch. That one low. 2-1 here to Triggs. Pocock came into today with a 1.42 ERA. This is his 5th appearance of the season. The 2-1 low. 3-1 now the count. Pocock hit 24 pitches, 3 strikeouts on the day so far. No hits, no walks. Triggs back in, the 3-1. This one going to be rocked to center. Edmond on his horse over to his right. Going to make the grab for out number 3. Ichabods go down in order here in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Washburn up 5-2. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
You're listening to the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
The University of Nebraska at Kearney is ready to make a difference for you. Here, you'll get a quality education and graduate on time with less debt. You'll also have an unforgettable college experience. Join a club, become a leader, make a real difference for yourself and others. Choosing the right college is a big decision. Trust your future with people who care about your success. Choose the University of Nebraska at Kearney because we are difference makers.
Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Slow down, baby.
Welcome back. You're listening to UNK Baseball here in the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Colton Wiersbicki here with you. As UNK trails 5-2, but Peyton Pocock has come out and absolutely shoved out of the bullpen as he sent the Ichabods down in order in the 4th and the 5th inning. As Ricky Trammell steps in, it's going to be 5-6-7 duo for the Lopers, and the first pitch to Trammell fouled away, so he's in a hole here, 0-1 to start it. Next pitch from Ramirez, chopped to the ground, the dive by Clark, and he can't get it, a base hit for Trammell. And it puts him at 1 for 3 on the day. And more importantly, it gives UNK a base runner here in the 6th.
The third baseman, number 7, Josh Estrada.
Estrada stepping in. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Estrada into the right-handed batter's box. Pitch from Ramirez is going to be lofted up high to right. Is Beheimer hustling over, going to make the grab just inside the foul line. Trammell tagged as he slides in safely at second. Great heads-up play by the Loper first baseman, Ricky Trammell.
Center fielder, number 12, Easton Edmond.
And with 1 down now, there's a runner at second for Easton Edmond. Edmond homered back in the 4th. It was a solo shot to deep center. At the belt, the pitch. This one fouled away by Edmond. And the count 0-1. UNK out hitting the Ichabods so far. 6 hits for the Lopers, 4 hits for Washburn. As the pitch going to be low and away, it hits off of Hayes' shin guard. Trammell going to advance to third. And now a 1-1 count and one down with a run 90 feet away for Edmond. Edmond into the left-handed batter's box. Ramirez, the 1-1. Edmond swings through that one. And the count 1-2 now to the Lopers center fielder. Edmond stepped in, and usually as he does with 2 strikes, calls time and steps out. Now back in. Ramirez, the 1-2. Edmond chops this one foul. One, 2 count, one down. Ramirez. 1-2 pitch to Edmond. This one slapped right into the glove of Nickel. As Nickel was hugging the line at first, Edmond pulled it. Nickel able to snag it out of the air. And now 2 down with the runner at third for the freshman from Omaha, Calvin Rudolph. Rudolph 1 for 2 on the day with a double. Also has a run scored to his credit. First pitch to Rudolph from Ramirez is going to miss low, 1-0. Rudolph back in. 1-0. That one in there for a strike, and the count even at 1-1. Rudolph steps in Ramirez. 1-1. Rudolph swings through that one. And the count now 1-2 to the Lopers shortstop, Calvin Rudolph. Ramirez, the 1-2. As Rudolph pokes this one foul down the first base side. So hanging tough here at 1-2 with 2 down and a runner at third. Rudolph back in. Ramirez has a sign. The 1-2. This one fouled away again. So Rudolph not ready to sit down quite yet. Stamps in. Ramirez, the 1-2. Rudolph going to watch this one. Ball 2. It was low outside, a little too close for comfort. At the belt, the 2-2 to Rudolph. This one fouled away. 2-2 count, 2 down. Runner 90 feet away. The 2-2 from Ramirez says Rudolph going to poke this one down in the right. Base hit. As the freshman gets his second hit of the game. Yeah, now the score 5-3. Ichabods still ahead.
Second baseman, number 9, Matt Solomon.
Matt Solomon to step in now. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Singled back in the third and flew out to right. Ramirez has the sign, checks on Rudolph. The first pitch chopped to the ground to Crane. It's short. It'll flip to Clark at second for out number 3. UNK gets a run here in the 6th thanks to an RBI from Calvin Rudolph. We head to the bottom half. Ichabods lead 5-3. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
Like us, follow us, and listen to us. Loper fans, you can follow your UNK baseball team all season long via your favorite social media platform. Like us on Facebook at Upper Deck Club. Find us on Instagram at UNK Baseball. On Twitter, you can follow the team at UNK Baseball, and you can follow Coach Day himself at UNK Coach 47. And of course, you can listen to all the Loper baseball away games on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Just click the link found on lopers.com. And don't forget to stay connected throughout the entire year by subscribing to the UNK Baseball channel on YouTube. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th. Ichabods lead 5-3. As Peyton Pocock heads back out onto the mound for his 3rd inning of work. And Lontine, first pitch swinging. As it's chopped to the ground to Trammell at first. He'll touch it himself for out number 1. So a quick one here to begin the bottom of the 6th. And it's going to bring up Bo Beheimer. Beheimer had a 2-run homer in the 3rd. That was his first of the season. Pocock. First pitch to Beheimer. Going to be low. Want to know the count. The 1-1 to Beheimer going to be lofted up to right. It's a mile in the air, though. As Richardson camps under it and makes the grab for out number 2.
First baseman number 40, Brett Nickel.
And it's going to bring up Brett Nickel with 2 down and nobody on. First pitch to Nickel from Pocock in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. This one chopped to the ground. Trammell has it at first. The flip to Pocock for out number 3. Pocock uses 5 pitches here in the bottom of the 6th to set the Ichabods down in order. We head to the 7th. Washburn leads 5-3. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
This Loper Baseball Radio Network broadcast brought to you by the 2017 Upper Deck Club corporate sponsors, including 5 Points Bank, Aflac, Bruce Furniture, Bruner Frank LLC, the Buffalo County Fairgrounds, Coca-Cola, Culligan Water, and Eagle Dental.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. We're the ones who turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We're innovative. It's not enough to just complete a job. We strive to do it better. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Seeing is believing. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today.
Welcome back. We head to the 7th. UNK trails by 2. It's 5-3. And coming up here is going to be 1, 2, 3 for the Lopers. But before that happens, we have a new pitcher coming in for the Ichabods. It's number 45, Matthew Hicks. 6'4", 200-pound junior from Allen, Texas. As the lefty kicks and deals, first pitch is low and outside. Want to know the count here to Richardson. The 1-0, that one in there for a strike. Richardson 1 for 3 on the day. As this one's going to be popped up to the third base side into foul territory, hustling over and running out of room is Tweehouse. So the count will hold tight here at 1-2. And in correction, we have the pitcher. I said it was Matthew Hicks. I lied. It is Jaron Kunsky, senior from Topeka. As this one chopped to the ground, Clark at second has it to throw to Nickel at first in time for out number 1. Katench is going to step in now with nobody on and 1 down in the 7th. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a walk. First pitch going to be fouled away. 0-1 the count. The 0-1, Katench launches that one upstairs. Count even at 1-1 now to the Loper left fielder. Low pitch. Upstairs. 2-1 now to Katench. Leg kick to pitch. Low. 3-1 the count now. Three-one, swing and a miss by Katench, and the count now full, 3-2. Katench in the pitch from Kunsky. This one going to be launched up to center. Is Darian Abram going to hustle over to his left a few, going to make the grab for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for UNK here in the 7th, and that's going to bring up Dallas Schramm. Schramm steps in. He's 0 for on the day. As the first pitch from Kunsky is going to miss 1-0. And while Schramm steps back in, we look into the UNK bullpen. They got 2 arms out there now. It's Collison and Laughlin as Schramm got way underneath this one. It's popped up in the infield. Tweehouse going to make the grab for out number 3. Lopers go down in order here in the 7th. As we head to the bottom half, Ichabods lead 5-3. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, it's the people who make the biggest difference. Here, students get the help and support they need to earn a quality education. Professors know your name and oftentimes help students find internships or even that first job after graduation. The campus is filled with people who care enough to make a difference in your life. It's also filled with opportunities to make a difference for others. Here, you can explore the world around you with confidence, knowing you have people behind you every step of the way. At UNK, we're all difference makers. We turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Find out how you can make a difference at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today.
Welcome back, bottom of the 7th. Washburn up 5-3. As Peyton Pocock back out for his 4th inning of work. And the first pitch to the first batter he'll see here in the bottom of the 7th, Casey Clark, is outside 1-0. Clark 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. 1-0. This one popped up to left. Contentious hustling over to his right on the run. Going to make the grab just in front of the warning track for out number 1. Pocock is sent down 10 straight Ichabods. And that'll bring up Logan Tweehouse. Tweehouse steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Pitch from Pocock. This one chopped to the ground to the 3rd. Estrada has it. The throw to first a little up, but Trammell able to stretch and keep his foot on for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the Ichabods here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's going to bring up Landon Hay. Hay is 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch from Pocock to Hay is going to be fouled at the dish. 0-1 the count. Hay stamps in. The 0-1 from Pocock. That one just missed. Count even at 1-1.
Yeah, all right, we'll see you then.
Bottom of the 7th, Washburn up 5-3, 2 outs, nobody on. Here for the Ichabods. Pitch from Pocock. He swung on and missed. 1-2 the count here to Hay. Pocock. 1-2. Just missed. Is Trammell and Solomon. Thought it was strike 3. They were on their way back to the dugout. But instead, we'll come back to a 2-2 count to Landon Hay. Pitch from Pocock. That one low for a ball, and the count full now, 3-2. Three-two count, 2 down, nobody on. Hay in the box. Pocock with a 3-2. Just missed, ball 4. Hay's going to take first base. And now we head back to the top of the order. It's Darian Abram.
Center fielder number 2, Darian Abram.
Abram today 0 for 2 with a walk. Came around to score in the first. His time called now, and head coach Damon Day making his way out to speak with Pocock. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again here. Our Tuesday's midweek game against Northwest Missouri State, originally scheduled for a 2 p.m. start in Maryville, will now be moved to Kearney with a 4 p.m. start at Historic Memorial Field. And there's some rain that's supposed to move through the Maryville area. And so The weather in Kearney looks much better. So UNK going to get an extra home game out of the deal. As head coach Damon Day back in the dugouts, and it's going to be Pocock against Darian Abram with 2 down and a runner at first. Pocock took a while to get his sign. Abram called time and stepped out. Back in, Pocock. First pitch to Abram. Low for a ball, 1-0. Abram back in. 1-0. That one in there for a strike, and the count even at 1-1. And now time called is got a baseball on the field from the Loper bullpen. Back to live action. 1-1 count, 2 down to Abram. Runner at first is Landon Hay. 1-1 pitch from Pocock. Gonna miss outside. 2-1 the count now. In the box is Abram. 2-1 from Pocock. Runner on the move. Pitch missed. The throw down off the line as it rolls into center. Edmonds got it. Hay taking off for third. The throw not in time. And a mistake there. Now puts a runner at 90 feet away. And a 3-1 count here to Darian Abram. Now Ricky Trammell on the mound speaking with Pocock. Abram steps in. 3-1 count, 2 down, runner at third. Pocock looking to hold the Ichabods scoreless. The 3-1. Ball 4. Abram will take first, and now runners at the corners and 2 down with Riley Crane coming up. And we'll see what head coach Damon Day wants to do here. New arm up in the bullpen as it's Weston Glinke up and working. And now time called is head coach Damon Day going to make his way out to the mound. That's going to be it for Pocock. As it looks like Weston Glinke going to make his way out to the mound. We're going to take a break. When we come back, runners at the corners and 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
He worked out early, practiced late, and studied well into the night. The next day, he did it all over again.
She missed time hanging out and socializing with friends so she could make it on time to practices and games.
He became a top student and a confident leader, even as he helped his team win back-to-back conference titles.
She became a role model in her community, even as she led her team to an undefeated season.
And when they finished playing high school sports, what did they do next?
She graduated from college with honors and went to work for a successful company.
He attended graduate school and became a difference maker in his community.
Because that's what student athletes in Nebraska do. They use the skills they develop playing high school sports today
to do even bigger things in life tomorrow.
High school sports.
A winning part of a complete education.
This message presented by the Nebraska School Activities Association and the Nebraska State Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back. Head coach Damon Days made the call to the bullpen. And the new pitcher coming in for UNK, it is the right-hander from Spencer, Iowa, number 13, Weston Glinke. And Glinke comes in with a 7.36 ERA. He's 2-0 on the year. This is his 14th appearance. He has one save. He's pitched 11 innings, given up 15 hits, 9 earned runs. He's walked 10 and struck out 16. And he's going to come in here with runners at the corners and 2 down, facing one of the most dangerous hitters in this Ichabod lineup, Riley Crane. First pitch from Glinke as Abram takes off. Is in there for a strike. No contest from the Lopers. So the count 0-1 here with 2 in scoring position. Crane is 1 for 3. He had a 2-run homer back in the first. Glinke sat the 0-1. That one in there for a strike. And Crane in a hole here, 0-2. Deep breath from Glinke. As he was coming set, Crane calls time and steps out. Crane back in. Righty Glinke comes set. The 0-2 just outside. They count 1-2 now. Back up on the bump, Glinke, the lefty, Crane in the box. Glinke has the sign. 1-2. This one chopped to the ground, foul to the first base side. So the count will hold tight here, 1-2 to the Ichabod shortstop, Riley Crane. Glinke. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ichabods held scoreless in the 7th. As we head to the 8th, Washburn still leads 5-3. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
You're listening to the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
Discover new opportunities at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Opportunities that lead to new connections and new passions. At UNK, you won't just go to class. You won't just meet people. You won't just get involved. Here, there's so much more. You'll get an experience that will impact who you are and what you will become. Around here, people know your name. It's up to you what it will be. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. Find out how you can make a difference at unk.edu.
Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Welcome back. UNK trails 5-3 as we head to the 8th. UNK only 6 outs to play with if they want to tie this ball game up or take the lead. And we have a new pitcher coming in here for the Ichabods, as it is the right-hander, number 32, Zach Lindquist. And Lindquist is just one of 2 changes here for the Ichabods, as we have a new second baseman as well. And it's Cole Gardner, the senior from Wellsville, Kansas, entering the game at second base. As Lindquist has just wrapped up his warm-up tosses. And we get ready to begin the 8th. It's going to be 4, 5, 6 due up. Starting with Kirk McLeod. Deep breath from McLeod as he steps in. First pitch from Lindquist. That'll be outside, 1-0 the count. Lindquist gets a sign. Working from the stretch with nobody on as the 1-0 to McLeod's going to miss low. It's 2-0 now to the Loper designated hitter, Kirk McLeod. McLeod entered the ball game in the 5th. He's 0 for 1, a fly out to left. Replaced Billy Hayes as the 2-0. Going to catch the corner for a strike. It's 2-1 now. McLeod, a senior out of Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, joins the Lopers after playing community college baseball in Iowa Central. The 2-1. McLeod swings through that one. And they count even at 2-2. McLeod, deep breath as he steps into the left-handed batter's box to face the righty Lindquist. The 2-2. McLeod checked his swing. Home plate umpire Sasha Sanguinetti says he went around for the first out here in the 8th. And that's going to bring up Ricky Trammell. Trammell led off the 6th with a base hit and came around to score on an RBI single by Calvin Rudolph. Trammell in. Lindquist. First pitch to Trammell is going to be low for a ball, 1-0. Deep breath from Lindquist as he toes the rubber. Trammell back in. Here's the 1-0. Trammell going to watch that one low, and it's 2-0 now to the Loper first baseman. And now Landon Hay, the catcher, out to calm the nerves a little. In the box is Trammell. As he swings at the 2-0, it's fouled away. And the count now 2-1. I mentioned the Lopers going to take on Northwest Missouri State at home on Tuesday instead of on the road. First pitch is 4 p.m. And then the following week, they will start midweek play with Fort Hays State. As the 2-1 to Trammell, going to be chopped to the round to Gardner at second. He's got it. The throw to Nickel at first in time for out number 2. UNK 4 outs to play with here. Is now Josh Estrada gets ready to step in. Fort Hays State wraps up their midweek set at home tomorrow. Or correction, at home this week against the Ichabods. As the first pitch to Estrada is swung on and missed for a strike, 0-1. Estrada 0 for 3 on the day. The next pitch, Estrada swings through that one. And the count 0-2. Deep breath and set the 0-2 to Estrada low. And it's 1-2 now to the Loper first baseman. As Estrada stamped in and called time, wiping something out of his eyes. Now steps back in. Deep breath from Lindquist as this one chopped to the ground to Crane. It's short. He's got it to throw to Nickel at first in time for out number 3. UNK down in order in the 8th. So we head to the bottom half. Ichabods lead 5-3. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. Stop and think about your future, 5 or even 10 years down the road. What are you doing? How are you living your life? If you're picturing yourself in a meaningful job and contributing to your community, UNK can help. We specialize in showing people how to make a difference every day. That's a powerful outlook on life. College awaits. Your application shouldn't. Apply today to UNK and get ahead on scholarships and housing for next year. Learn more at unk.edu.
This Loper Baseball Radio Network broadcast brought to you by the 2017 Upper Deck Club corporate sponsors, including Field Goal Agronomics, First National Bank, Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, Johnson Lawn and Landscape, Nebraska Star Beef, Nebraska Land Distributors, and Nebraska Land National Bank.
Welcome back. You're listening to UNK Baseball here in the Loper Baseball Radio Network. We get ready to begin the bottom of the 8th. And we start the bottom of the 8th with a new third baseman. As Brent Kirsch has entered the ball game in for Josh Estrada. As stepping in now for the Ichabods is Tanner Triggs. As the first pitch from Glinky to Triggs misses low for a ball, 1-0. Glinky has only pitched a third of an inning so far. He struck out Riley Crane to end the 7th. 1-0 to Triggs. He's going to be chopped to the ground. Trammell dives. He's got it. The flip to Glinky in time for out number 1. Ricky Trammell flashing some leather over at first to get the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. Now it's going to bring up the left fielder, Dylan Lontine. Lontine today 0 for 3. First pitch from Glinky to Lontine, swung on and missed for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. This one swung on and missed by Lontine. It counts 0-2. Glinky, the 0-2 to Lontine. Upstairs. On 2 count, 1 down, nobody on. Glinky delivers the 1-2. Lontine fouls it away. Lontine. We're going to hang tough here, down 1-2. Pitch from Glinky. Strike 3, got him looking. Glinky's second strikeout of the ball game. Is now it's going to be Bo Beheimer to step up with 2 down and nobody on.
Number 1, Bo Beheimer.
Beheimer today is 1 for 3 with the 2-run homer. And the first pitch to Glinke from Glinke is a strike. 0-1 the count. The pitch, that one low and away. One count. Pitch to Beheimer. Chopped to the ground to third. Kirsch has it, and they're going to call it foul. So the count 1-2 to Beheimer. UNK going to come up in the top of the 9th, trailing by 2. And they're going to have to battle with the bottom of the order up. 7, 8, 9 due up for UNK in the top of the 9th. Glinke, 1-2 to Beheimer. Swing and a miss. Oh no, it's fouled away. So the count will hold tight at 1-2. Beheimer back in. Glinke. The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs. Even at 2-2 now. Bo Beheimer, a 5'7", 180-pound junior from Glen Elder, Kansas. Played at Cloud County Community College. The 2-2. This one swung on and missed. Is Schramm going to have to do a little bit of housekeeping? The throw to first. Not there as Trammell couldn't grab it. So that'll go down as a strikeout, but Beheimer will reach first.
First baseman number 40, Brett Nickel.
And that's going to bring up Brett Nickel. Glinke going to pick over Beheimer back safely. Nickel stepping in. He's 0 for 3. Glinke delivers. Beheimer on the move. Swing and a miss as the throw down rolls into center. And Edmond having trouble grabbing it. Beheimer holds tight at second, though. Oh, 1 counted, 2 down now. Glinke. Checks on Beheimer at second. Long stare. As an inside move to second. Nobody covering as Beheimer stands up. Oh, 1 count, 2 down. The pitch is Nickel going to chop this one foul. And the Ichabod first baseman in a hole here, 0-2. Glinke back up on the rubber. He gets a sign from Schramm. Sant checks on Beheimer at second. And another inside move is Beheimer's back safely. Glinke back to work. Looks at Beheimer. The 0-2. Upstairs, running to the move. Throw down from Schramm. Not in time. Beheimer steals third. Now a run 90 feet away for the Ichabods with 2 down. Nickel back in, Glinke. As the sign at the letters, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ichabods held scoreless here in the 8th. Last chance for UNK as they trail 5-3. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers.
I'm making a difference by researching new and better ways to diagnose Alzheimer's.
I'm making a difference by being the first one in my family to attend college.
By inspiring others to overcome challenges.
By teaching kids to be active and live healthy.
By throwing a concert to benefit the Youth AIDS Foundation.
By helping students reach new heights.
By cheering the Lopers on to victory!
Discover how you can make a difference at unk.edu.
Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Welcome back. UNK trails 5-3 as this is their last chance to tie it or take the lead. And it's going to be East and Edmond set to do the duties here in the 9th as we do have a new pitcher in for Washburn. And the first pitch is upstairs. Edmond checked his swing. They look down to Sean Johnson at third. They say he went around. 0-1 the count. Yeah, is that one going to hit Edmond? He's going to take first base, and UNK starting the 9th with a base runner. As the new pitcher in for Washburn is Marcus McKinney, the 6', 185-pound senior from Fort Collins, Colorado, a transfer from Illinois State. And the freshman Calvin Rudolph steps in now. Looking to get on base and help the Loper cause. As the first pitch in there for a strike to Rudolph, 0-1 the count. Rudolph 2 for 3 today with an RBI and a run scored. As that pitch is outside, 1-1 the count. The pitch catches the inside corner, and it's 1-2 now. Rudolph back in. Pitch from McKinney. Way outside is Hay. Couldn't corral it. Able to pick it up before Edmond could advance. McKinney sent it about the 2-2. Rudolph frozen. Slider there from McKinney sets Rudolph down. And now one down with Matt Solomon coming up. Solomon today 1 for 3 with an RBI. As the first pitch blown away, Solomon checked his swing, but no appeal. So they'll call it a ball, 1-0. McKinney delivers. That one in there for a strike. The count even at 1-1. McKinney, the 1-1. That one outside. 2-1 the count now. The late kick to 2-1. This one going to be lofted up to right. Beheimer is right there. He's going to make the grab for out number 2. UNK only one out to play with now. And Jacob Richardson coming to the dish.
Right fielder number 8, Jacob Richardson.
Richardson steps in. He's 1 for 3 on the day. As the first pitch from McKinney's upstairs. Want to know the count here. No pitch. That one in there for a strike. The count even at 1-1. Well, they kick the 1-1. This one going to be poked to left. Lontine is there. He makes the grab for out number 3. The Ichabods take game 3 and the series with a 5-3 win here on Sunday. We're going to take a break. When we come back, your UNK Baseball postgame show. And you're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
And that's the ball game. Stay tuned. Coming up, your Loper Baseball postgame show brought to you by Runza, where the difference is real. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, it's the people who make the biggest difference. Here, students get the help and support they need to earn a quality education. Professors know your name and oftentimes help students find internships or even that first job after graduation. The campus is filled with people who care enough to make a difference in your life. It's also filled with opportunities to make a difference for others. Here, you can explore the world around you with confidence, knowing you have people behind you every step of the way. At UNK, we're all difference makers. We turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Find out how you can make a difference at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, it's the people who make the biggest difference. Here, students get the help and support they need to earn a quality education. Professors know your name and oftentimes help students find internships or even that first job after graduation. The campus is filled with people who care enough to make a difference in your life. It's also filled with opportunities to make a difference for others. Here, you can explore the world around you with confidence, knowing you have people behind you every step of the way. At UNK, we're all difference makers. We turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Find out how you can make a difference at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today. Discover new opportunities at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Opportunities that lead to new connections and new passions. At UNK, you won't just go to class. You won't just meet people. You won't just get involved. Here, there's so much more. You'll get an experience that will impact who you are and what you will become. Around here, people know your name. It's up to you what it will be. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. Find out how you can make a difference at unk.edu.
Welcome back to the Loper Baseball Postgame Show, brought to you by Runza. 2 locations in Kearney where the difference is real. And now, the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wierzbicki.
Well, UNK falls here in the finale by a final of 5-3 as they drop this series to Washburn 2-1. Lopers will be back in action on Tuesday at home as they take on Northwest Missouri State starting at 4 p.m. And but before we get there, let's take a look at how the Loper offense did today by the numbers. And Jacob Richardson led it off. He was 1 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout. He extended his hit streak down to 13 games. Pate Contentious was 1 for 3. Dallas Schramm 0 for 4. Billy Hayes 0 for 2. Kirk McLeod came in for Hayes back in the 5th. McLeod was 0 for 2. Ricky Trammell was 1 for 4 with a run score, and Josh Estrada was 0 for 4. He was replaced by Brent Kirsch there in the 8th inning. Yes, in the 8th inning, and Brent Kirsch did not get an at-bat in the game. Easton Edmond was 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. He had a home run in the ball game, and Calvin Rudolph was 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. He had an RBI single, and Matt Solomon was 1 for 4 with an RBI. He had an RBI single as well. The losing pitcher today is Trey Ertmer. He drops to 1-5 on the year. He pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 5 earned runs. He had 2 walks and 2 strikeouts in 15 batters faced. The winning pitcher today is Josh Ramirez. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 earned runs. He walked 2 and struck out 4. He faced 27 batters. The save today will go to Marcus McKinney. That's his 7th on the year. He pitched an inning, and it was a clean one with a strikeout. As it is now time for our difference maker of the game.
And now it's time for the Loper Baseball Difference Maker of the Game, brought to you by Runza, where the difference is real.
Well, like I said, Lopers fall 5-3, but there were a couple difference makers in today's ball game, one on the mound and one at the dish, as Peyton Pocock comes out of the bullpen. He pitches 3 2/3 innings, didn't give up a hit, didn't give up a run. He had 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. And at the dish, Calvin Rudolph, the freshman from Omaha, went 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Those are my difference makers of the game, brought to you by Runza, where the difference is real.
That was the Loper Baseball Difference Maker of the Game, brought to you by Runza. 2 locations in Kearney where the difference is real.
All right, fans, well, that's going to do it for me here today in Topeka. Once again, Lopers fall in the series finale by a final of 5-3. On Tuesday, Lopers will host Northwest Missouri State at 4 p.m. in a game that was originally scheduled to be played in Maryville will now be played in Kearney at Historic Memorial Field. First pitch time is at 4 p.m. We'd love to see you all out there. And then the Lopers will be on a homestand, 4-game homestand, and actually now 5 with Northwest Missouri State. They will play a 3-game set next weekend at home against the Riverhawks of Northeastern State, and then they will host Game 1 of a midweek series against Fort Hays State on Tuesday in Kearney. For Brandon Bennett's back in the studio, I'm Colton Wierzbicki saying so long and farewell here from Topeka. We'll see you on Tuesday in Kearney as Lopers take on Northwest Missouri State. We'll see you later. Go Lopers.